Greetings, ladies. Welcome to Domestic Chores with me, Sheena Douglas. Today, ironing. Hurrah! Tomorrow, let's hoover. Yeah. Not lightly. Right, I love you, but I'm at an ironing board. What? Come on. Right, this just shows how deep is my love I'm singing, because this doesn't happen easily, everyone. But here I am. This is the easiest way to do it. A little snippet of a video just to show you the freezer paper that I've been using, how I'm ironing it, and then we're going to play with the Facebook Live, actually inking it and doing the stampy crafty bit. But this is the preliminary bit. First thing, you want an iron. This is a baby cute little dinky iron. It's a Duronic, if anybody's wondering. Duronic. And I think it's a really cool one, this one. We like this one.
Well, it's a hot one at the moment.
It is hot right now, so I'm being careful. I've got it up full. It's a dry iron, that's important. First ones I did with a huge domestic iron. Figured out how to switch it on, so I thought I'd go for it. But hot, dry, no steam. Next thing, purchase some freezer paper. This is the one I use. It's cheap as chips. Literally 50 square foot. I think I paid $6.99 on Amazon on for it. Apparently, it's readily available if you're across the pond. Freezer paper will mean something to you. Us Brits, we like to confuse the issue a tad. Because I did question, is that like parchment? No. Is it like greaseproof? No. None of the stuff we would normally think of is a thing called freezer paper. That's what you need.
Plastic coated.
This is the plastic coated one I've got here. It's the stuff they sell it in some craft shops, because it's quilters know about it, sewisty type people, fabricy types, not made of fabric but use it, know about freezer paper. So, but for us paper crafters, not so much. But I was experimenting and researching, and this is what we're going to do with it. So buy some freezer paper. When I do the shows, there will be some online. There's some on Create and Craft too. I haven't used that one, I'll be honest. I've used this one, and it is super, super inexpensive. So the only thing is, it's on a roll. It's like your other stuff, and it's shiny on one side. That's the business side, the shiny side. Yeah, that's the side that you're going to draw onto and cut out or whatever. This is the side that's going to go facing your paper. So anyway, moving on, that's the freezer paper. Cut it into bits that are manageable, right? Cut it into sections that you think you're going to fit, and try and keep it flat. Don't iron it because it'll stick to itself, okay? So just keep it flat as you can, roll it the opposite way. Have a little cutting session, cut out some freezer paper. It doesn't have to look pretty. As I said, look how shiny that side is. That's the side that's going to go towards your card eventually. Then I trace through my stencils. Now there's two reasons. First thing, if you've got a scan and cut, if you trace through that, pop it in your scan and cut, you can save the file. I don't care, save it. Then you can make it bigger, smaller, whatever. Cut out as many as you want, pop your freezer paper on your mat. However, stick it so that it's that side down on your mat. Don't put glue or sticky stuff on this shiny bit. And if you want it the right way, remember you're going to have to flip the image. Right, just scan and cut, people know this. If you're not a scan and cut person, I still prefer to trace around it, because then it's actually easier just drawing around the outline like this with your pen once you've traced your master copies than using the stencil, because you got to go in and wibbly wobbly and round it in Milo and dibby. Whereas that, just trace around. And you know what, if you veer off, you might give her a little bit of a more tweak on the hair, might go, that's fine, it doesn't matter. Then what you're going to do is cut it out. Obviously, if it's the scan and cut, it's going to do it for you. So that's the next stage. Now I have some here, little bits and pieces I had previously. So that's what I've got here. Look, see, this is what you're going to get. That's probably just a spot on size there. Let's do an owl. And then you're going to cut yourself some willow cord. White willow card's the perfect surface, because it's a thick, heavy weight, and it's a smooth surface. And you're going to know you're going to be able to ink and do everything you want to do on it once you've got this on there. So position it where you want it, about there. Yeah, on your card, just a little bit of, because you can see through it. That's the beauty of it as well. So you can get it lined up, positioned lovely.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go on.
So if you've got a scan and cut, the scan and cut will cut that out beautifully for you.
Yeah.
If you haven't, then you would fussy cut around.
Exactly. If you're good with a craft knife, you could cut around it, and then you've got positive, negative, because then you can use that positive one to ink around the outside and have it like as a mask, yeah? Or with me, I would get my scissors in the middle, cut a little thing out of it and then cut round it, because I'm not great. I've got those little teeny snippy scissors because I'm not great like that. But now what we're going to do, here's the thing. I can't tell you how long to iron this because all irons are different. If you're the like kind of scientific experimental type, you could get a piece of card, scrap willow card, do some strips of your freezer paper, your offcuts, and iron one for 20 seconds, iron one for 30 seconds, iron one for 40 seconds, a minute, and then try removing them later and see which one removes best for you. Big tip though, and this was something I have to say, Diane on the team, I didn't twig on that. Maybe in me, I thought for thoroughly, let's iron a lot like that. You don't need to iron a lot like that. All you want is the surf around there, about half a centimetre bonded to the card. So you don't really need to get so zealous and really enthusiastic about the ironing everything flat to the surface, which I did the first time. Leave a bit there because it's just going to have to be heated and to be removed later. So that's it, guys. This is it. This is ironing the surface. We'll take this through and to start this afternoon, and we'll use this very one to ink through and create a lovely, pretty background card. Just keep looking. If you see any wrinkles, you see a little wrinkly crinkle there, try and make sure you can flatten that down. Just try and get it so it's bonded, because if there's a wrinkly crinkle and then you're going to use watercolour, for example, it's going to find its way under there. So yeah, that's it. Turn it around, iron around the outside. That's it. Thank you very much. Job's a good one. Let it cool. It's going to be pretty hot. And what I did was have a batch freezer paper cutting session, then cut your card out to size, then cut your stencils, and then have an ironing session. So do a few of these at once, and then you're ready to play. See now there? I'm not happy with that. Look, that needs to be bonded. Now this is where I said about an iron being different to the one you've used. Try that out. If it's coming away really easily, give it a bit more time in one spot. This is where maybe, a bit of trial and error and a little bit of, maybe noting how long you've done it for the different pieces of strips of freezer paper. It sounds a bit sad and a bit like school and, science, but if it makes things easier in the future and oh, right, yeah, that's the optimum time. It'll give you a bit more, it'll make it easier in the future. But that's it. It's not an exact science, but it is absolutely exact in the fact you do need a smooth surface card's easier. You can use watercolour, but it's smooth easier. And you absolutely need freezer paper.
And just to reinforce, that's shiny side down. Shiny side down.
Right, then this is going to be recorded and put out there. It's not a live one. It's going to be there for you. And then we'll upload it to YouTube as well. I say we. It's Maria. And then we'll do the Facebook Live. I'll see you later.
Should we go back to the studio now?
Yeah, let's do it.